I want to talk about the Sami people of northern Finland.
Ah, the Samis.
The Samis.
The Samis. No idea.
They use a measure of distance called the poronkusema.
Okay.
I believe I'm saying that right there. Could be poronkusema. Depends where the stress is. This is the distance a reindeer can walk before it needs to urinate.
Okay.
What have you got to say about that?
What's wrong with metric?
So basically, a reindeer.
Jesus, I mean, what's wrong with what's the American system called? Like traditional
Imperial.
This is not. I think the Americans don't call it imperial.
They just call it measurement.
They just exactly. Let's call it.
This is numbers.
There's another system.
So basically, like grown reindeers can't walk very far without having to take a whiz, and it's roughly 6 miles,
dude.
So
I don't think I could walk 6 miles without needing to take a whiz. It's pretty far.
That is quite far. Actually. What's that? It's about an hour and a half walking. No, about an hour and a bit.
Yeah, okay.
What's average walking speed?
I don't know miles anymore. I'm a terrible Brit, dude. Like, I'm trying to put it in kilometers. That's 10 kilometers. So I'd say that's
I think
2 hours.
Average walking speed is about 3.5 miles an hour. So
yeah, I'd say 2 hours.
That's 2 hours.
It depends if I'd drunk something before, but 2 hours is a long time to go without a piss.
Well, yeah. So in
Am I getting old?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a super old man thing to say.
Oh, that's a long time. It depends how much tea you're drinking.
A weak bladder.
We drink a lot of tea.
My prostate's giving me trouble.
In Finnish, you say that. I've started getting the wake up in the middle of the night, need to go pee things.
I'll just drink less.
Very good. Could be that. I do drink tea at night, so I shouldn't do that. But
drink alcohol. Dehydration.
In Finnish, the distance is known as poronkusema or reindeer's piss. That's how it directly translates.
Wait, so this must be some old measurements.
Yeah, exactly.
And do they still use it today?
It was an old-fashioned description of distances in the countryside. Yes, I believe it's not like a technical measurement because it's rough, but they say, it's a poronkusema away, or
okay, so it's like
it's like saying it's over there yonder, it's 3 blocks or something like that.
All right,
is my understanding
like a block
of the usage.
Could be
exactly.
generic.
Well, God, if you'll know if you live down in Central and South America, but when they say down there, they use cuadras, so they say like dos cuadras no más, and that means it could be 2 blocks. Or it could be
really,
15,
really far,
like 25 minutes.
Good luck, adventurer.
And stumbling upon this word, I found just a few other strange or funny foreign words that I really enjoyed.
I just got a question for you on measurements first.
Okay.
Imperial measurements, right? I understand like miles and inches and stuff like that. Do you know all the other ones like furlongs and shit?
I know that.
You do know furlong?
I know.
So I found out the other day acre is a metric measurement. I thought for the longest time that must have been imperial because it sounds imperial.
Is it?
But acre, because I'm assuming it's metric because they use it here.
Okay.
In Czech.
I honestly don't know about that. But I know that there's fathoms downwards.
Yeah, but I have no idea about any of this stuff.
Underwater fathoms. Yeah, no, do you know what's really weird? I think we might have touched on this before, but in the UK, we have a really mixed system.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if we're talking in actual, like, quantifying, like, distance or something, I would say that is roughly 10 centimeters or 10 meters from that. However, we do miles an hour.
Yeah.
And
miles for distance
and things like that. Whereas if I'm talking about the size of this laptop, I wouldn't say it's 15 inches. I would say it's about 30 centimeters by 15. And then we do feet and inches for height.
Stone for weight. Which is also weird because Americans don't use stones. Did you know that?
What do they use?
Pounds. But they say like 150 pounds or whatever. Not like
anyone knows
stone.
what that is.
Well, they don't know. They're like, stone? What is that? And I'm like, that's like a pound compared to an ounce.
Yeah.
And a stone to a pound. But they don't know.
13 pounds to an ounce? 13 pounds to a stone?
I think it's 13, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird though, right? That they don't use that.
But then I would still use metric for like measuring that. How much does that weigh? That's about a kilogram.
Well, I would say my height is 5'11", but I weigh 70 kilos.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
But I think
Because
that's
I
fairly
don't
standard.
know what I weigh in stone anymore.
No, me neither. I'm about 13-ish,
Okay.
something like that.
I don't know. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I've ever changed in weight. I think I've been 70 kilos.
It's been the same.
Yeah, it's like 10 and a half
Constant.
stone. So I
From
actually
the
am
age of
thinking
10.
about it. Since I became adult, like my full size, I haven't changed in weight.
Oh, you not?
No.
I got very fat for a little bit.
Oh, you did?
I wasn't
What
really
happened?
fat. No, I
You got morbidly obese. This was in your past life, as
I
we
moved
talked about
to the-
last episode.
I moved to the Czech Republic and
Different diet, yeah.
lovely grandma gave me lots of lard and
Rubbish.
beer. And it was amazing, but it wasn't great for my figure. And there's pictures of me when I went away traveling, and I was just like really not very attractive, and I got a really bad haircut, and it was just really not good.
Oh, no.
And my poor girlfriend at the time, and it was now my wife, but she had to go and she had to go on holiday with me looking this awful, and it took a good 3 months before everything sort of the hair grew out and I lost all the weight and everything.
Wait, why'd you cut the hair?
I got a haircut. It was just a really bad haircut, and it just didn't suit me. It was all just wrong, and it made my face look all chubby, and it could have been the beer as well, but it was not good. And it was the worst looking period of my life. But hey, we don't talk about that period. That's that's been confined to the darkness of the past.
Sorry, did you have something?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say there's like the 3 other words which I came across which I really like. One is the Seigneur Terrasse in French.
Yeah.
Which is
this means doesn't seigneur mean like man?
Yeah,
and terrace would be the terrace.
Exactly.
Is it a man terrace?
It's a man of the terrace.
Oh,
so
like a man terrace, I would imagine like for whiskey and cigars after dinner.
No, it's not as like cool as that. It's more the word.
I was thinking about renaming my balcony the Signor Terrace.
You can do that if you want. I mean, you work with computers, so you can do this. It's basically the term for the ubiquitous global traveler who works off of his computer and sits in a cafe without ordering anything. And he sits
digital
on the terrace.
nomad.
Digital nomad. That's what I wanted to say. So it's the digital nomads that work from a coffee shop and buy one coffee for 7 hours of work in the coffee.
Yeah, these people think they're very cool.
Oh, do you know, I went to a place the other day. It was completely packed. Like there was a queue out the door of people waiting, and they had 2 digital nomads sat there taking up a table of 4 people. And they had all their bags out and everything, and they would not move. And I was like, waitress, get these people out. And
you did?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you should have done.
I should have done.
You know who would have done that? The guy we talked about in our last episode, Robert Pattinson. He'd be like, excuse me, leave. Because that's how few shits Robert Pattinson gives.
Yeah. I mean, okay, right. Another word. We've got ictuar.
Wait, so the man terrace is a digital nomad?
No, so the Seigneur Terrace is the person. Yeah, it's the digital nomad who sits there and doesn't order
he's the
anything.
dude who doesn't leave the cafe.
Exactly, doesn't leave the cafe. So he's a seigneur of the terrace. If they've got a terrace, he sits there on his computer all day and just sits in there.
Okay, cool.
So,
I like that.
Yeah, and then we've got the Itsuarpok.
My word for that is a dickhead.
Itsuarpok, which is the feeling, and this is a really nice one because we don't have a word for this at all. And it's the feeling of when you know someone's coming and you keep looking out your window to see if they're there.
Oh,
so it's the Inuit word for it. It's Itsuarpok.
It's my life with delivery men.
Exactly. It's when you know someone's coming and you're nervous about it, so you keep looking out the window, you keep checking. Not nervous, but you're sort of excited about it.
For DVD. Get so nervous.
GLS.
What's he gonna drop off? Also, why do all delivery companies have the? It's like, I don't know, in Europe at least, it's like DPD, GLS, PPL. Come on, guys. Come up with
the good name.
Yeah, I can't remember which are the good ones and which are the bad ones because they all sound this. They're all 3. It's like American crime fighting agencies. NSA, CIA, FBI.
Well, I suppose all the food deliveries have the good names. They Deliveroo and
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Well, yeah, that's all right.
Dame Yidlo here.
Dame Yidlo. Let's eat food. Yeah. No, it's. I mean, I agree. Let's take a stand. And the final one. All right, this is the best one. This is the best one, and it has won the Guinness World Record for the most succinct word. Succinct word. Wait,
it's really long though.
It is. Mami hlapenatape. And this is Yagan from the Tierra del Fuego down in Argentina, like down in South America. And what it means, all right, I'm going to read it specifically. So it refers to the wordless, meaningful the wordless, meaningful look shared by two people who want to initiate something, but neither are reluctant to do so. And it can also refer to the unspoken but private moment shared by two people when each person knows the other understands and is in agreement with what is being expressed.
Oh.
So it's like
it's quite like a secret nod. Like
yes,
like
yes.
you know what I'm talking about.
I think it's that.
Yeah.
And it's also say for instance, two people are married and like two couples are married. And there's maybe a tension between like the man and the woman.
Yeah.
And they know that there's a tension, but they can't do anything about it.
This is entirely terrible pod, but this is my, like, it's like, you know, that very slightly
eyebrows.
Not the eyebrows, but the widening of the eyes.
But
like, I'd look at my wife and be like, you know.
No, but you see, this is what I mean. It's not about you and your wife. It's about you. Say there's two couples.
Yeah.
And say you and the other person's wife have like a mutual understanding where you go like, maybe we're attracted or we feel something together, but we know we shouldn't do it.
Oh wait, that's what this word means.
Yeah, so it's got like sort of three main meanings. One is,
oh my god.
Well, this is it. It's the most succinct word in the world by
and this
Guinness,
is
Guinness
the
World
least
Records.
succinct explanation.
I'm literally reading the definition. This is the dictionary definition.
I know. It's just I like the irony.
There's either a nodding understanding that we understand what's going on. There's the romantic feeling where there's a moment of tension, but both neither person is ready to say something about it, or there's not being willing to do something about it as well, like not being willing to act on the feeling of tension that you're feeling with someone. Okay, which is beautiful. I love this word.
Isn't the English word for that sexual tension?
No.
This is okay. Yeah, I know. I can see it's like it's deeper than that. All right.
There you go.
I like it. You know what's weird?
What's weird?
Like, for next episode, I already had some notes together, and I had, like, the most useful words that we could use in English, which is sort of like this. I could skip ahead and do that today if you like.
Let's do it. I like languagey things.
Okay, I gotta scroll ahead. Dude, there's so much good stuff coming up. Subscribe to this show. Dude, was Napoleon short? That's a good one. Do we need to turn off our phones on planes? A highway through a skyscraper? Dude, why would you not subscribe to this show? But let's do what we're talking about.
Is it this one, the best
untranslatable words? You see, I made 2 lines of notes for this one because I thought we could just go through it and enjoy. And I just have the strong feeling. When I went through this, my strongest reaction was like, oh yeah, this is like, and then you don't have a word for it.
No.
And it's like, why is there not a word for that?
And I see that one that I mentioned is number 2 here.
Hey!
It's Wapok. There you go.
The feeling of anticipation. Mm-hmm. Can you just zoom in a little bit? Because I haven't learned any of these. I scroll down because we did that one. So, komorebi, for Japanese, is a Japanese word that refers to the sunlight that filters through the leaves of trees. Mm-hmm. This word is made up of blah, 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 no one cares. How great is that?
No, beautiful.
Spanish. Sobremesa. You speak Spanish.
Sobremesa.
Do you know this word?
I didn't know this word until I just read it.
This is so great. Dude, the Spanish word that refers to the time spent after lunch or dinner socializing with the people you shared the meal with.
Digesting.
Yeah, but that's the food. But I'm like, exactly, every time you read it, you're like, oh no, we just call that like after dinner chat.
Yeah.
How great is there a word for this? Should we do another one? Portuguese? Saudade, maybe?
Saudade.
Saudade. Refers to the feeling of longing for something or someone that you love, which is lost. Oh. It's the feeling of emptiness. Yeah, I would say that's melancholy.
Melancholy.
But it's obviously more than that. The feeling of emptiness, melancholy, or nostalgia is often considered characteristic of the Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese temperament, although something. That's cool though, right? I'd say that's quite close to melancholy though.
Oh, here's my one. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. No, it is quite close. Well, this is the thing. All of them are quite close to English words, but they often have like just a meaning that just can't
After dinner
be
chat,
translated.
though?
Yeah.
But there's no word for that. And it needs one. It's sombra cresa or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Sombra.
Sobremesa.
Something about sombreros.
Like, I find this quite a lot. Obviously, I know we always talk about it. Like, we live in the Czech Republic, and this happens quite a lot with Czech as well, that I will go to translate what's been said.
Yeah.
And you have to change how you say it because it just doesn't actually translate. You can't translate the word.
From Czech to English.
From Czech to English or English to Czech.
Yeah. But I like sometimes you discover words in a new language and you're like, oh yeah, we didn't have a word for that. We just have to describe it every time.
I tell you what I like doing. When I learn languages, I begin to understand what name places are mean.
Oh yeah, dude.
Which is really interesting. So like I don't know, it might mean the bridge that goes over to here goes over to the church or something, and it just sounds like a foreign word when you hear it, and then suddenly you begin to understand and you go, oh, so that's what it meant.
There's a station here, like at the end of the red line, called Cherney Most. Blackbridge. Cherney Most, fine. Blackbridge. Sounds cool. There's a TV show called Blackbridge.
There you go. Yeah. There's Moostek, which is like one of the main stations here. Do you know what that one means?
No.
Little Bridge.
Oh, of course it does. Yeah, it's like a most and a little ek, because it makes it cute.
Makes it small. Yeah. Exactly, diminutive.
Huh.
There you go. Who knew?
I never even put that together.
Me neither. It took me 2 years of living here to figure that out. I was like, oh god,
Mustang, yay. Yeah, and then you have ones that there's ones that just don't translate. And I'll ask my wife, who is Czech, what does that mean? She's like, it doesn't mean anything. And I'm like, okay,
all right,
whatever. Because it's like you could say for English, someone could ask you, what does Piccadilly mean? Nothing. It means nothing.
Well,
there's dick in there.
Pick a dicky. There's not a dick in there.
Piccadilly.
Oh,
there's totally not.
Piccadilly.
Piccadilly. You could pick a dill, which is a plant.
I think.
And illy makes it silly, so you could picking a silly piece of dill.
Wow, that descended quickly.
I mean,
I think English people like to do funny names about things. So the Knickerbocker Glory, for example.
Yeah, dude. Do you know the famous street name, which I won't say I can say because it's a street name. Grope Cunt Lane. It was yeah. There were many Grope Cunt lanes throughout English towns, and I think it's where the prostitutes hung out. Oh. Dude, look up Grope Cunt Lane.
Can I do that?
I think it's okay because it's one word. I'm and it's it's on
Really?
Wikipedia. Yeah, dude, look up Grope Cunt Lane. See?
Oh my god. I feel we're gonna have to bleep.
There's one in City of Westminster, Grope Cunt Lane.
We're gonna have to bleep and blur this.
No, it's okay because it's.
I like this one, Bell End.
Wait, I want to know about Grope Cunt Lane though. So
okay, sorry.
Go back to the Wikipedia article on it.
All right.
Just go to because I think it was where the ladies of the night are.
Yes. All right. So believed to be a reference to the prostitution center on those areas. It was normal practice for a medieval street name to reflect the street's function or the economic activity taking place within it.
And I love that there's a part of this Wikipedia entry that is called "Changing Sensibilities." Oh, Sam, where were we? What were we talking about?
Idea.
Yeah, we moved so far off the notes that my tablet went to sleep.
Oh my goodness. No, because we jumped forward to best untranslatable words.
Oh, I jumped all the way back, and I just remembered the Robert Pattinson's Casual Lies, which is just my favorite thing ever.